Hi, and thank you for joining me today. My name is Teresa Crawley. I'm going to be showing you a pre-owned Thor Synergy. This is a 2017, and I have to say the Class C motorhomes on the Mercedes chassis are my absolute favorite things to sell. If I were to buy a motorhome today, I would be buying one of these. They're a little bit hard to find right now too, and this one happens to be available. So let me show you some of the great features of this Thor Synergy. Come on in. So the first thing I wanted to point out is that all your controls are right at the door. Your generator is here, your step on and off, patio light, ceiling light, your slide extension, and your water pump are all right here. You also have a DVD player and stereo that can be heard outside and connect to the TV that is outside. On the other side here, we have your battery disconnect. So if you're leaving the motorhome, you can just push this store and it won't use your battery up. Also, your 11-foot awning extend and retract button is right there. You also have some leveling jacks here. So everything is really accessible right when you're walking in the door. You don't have to search around and find lights and everything. I love that. And stepping into the living area, the first thing I wanted to point out is you have this beautiful sunroof that opens up, and it has a screen on one side to keep the bugs out, or a full darkening shade on the other if this is going to be a sleeping area for you. You've got your TV right above the door here, and then a really great sleeping area. I think you could fit 2 kids up here. But another thing I love about this is not everybody needs a bed up here, and certainly not all the time. This has some really great shocks that it'll just sit up, and that'll give you a lot more headroom when you're driving, which is more that it just feels more open. It's not necessarily that you're going to hit your head on this or anything unless you're super tall, but it really does give a much more open feeling, not as a claustrophobic of feeling when you're driving. Down in the cab area here, we have some really nice seats. We only have 10,793 miles, as you can see here, and a 5-speed automatic transmission. And if I haven't said it already, I'm going to say it again. I love driving these Mercedes. They are zippy, they come up to speed really well, they get incredible gas mileage. Better than any other motorhome that I'm aware of, about 16 to 20 miles per gallon, which I love. But they also just feel like an SUV. They're very nimble and easy to drive, and they're not as intimidating, especially, you know, when we look at the buses, they can be a little bit more intimidating, but this, you can park it in a longer parking spot at the grocery store. So I'm just a big fan. Over here, of course, we have your stereo system, and there is a CD player in here, which has become something you don't find very often, but I still like to bring out a CD once in a while. These front seats do turn around, and I can show you how that works here. I can reach the lever here. So if you want more of a sitting area in your living room, these both will turn around just like this. And you can see there's a port in the floor here. That's where you would put a table, and it does come with the table. It's just tucked away right now. But you can put it here, or you can put it here in front of your sitting area. So this sitting area also doubles as another bed. So this coach actually sleeps 6 people comfortably. I think that's phenomenal for such a small coach. We're just under 26 feet with this coach. So that's a lot of people in this space, and I think that's just awesome that you can travel with so many people. I'll show you how this converts into a bed. It's really quite easy. Another thing I wanted to point out is that as I'm looking at the furniture and things in here, this is a very well taken care of, clean coach. There's not a lot of scratches or dirt, things like that in here, and we just got it in. So it hasn't had its detail that we're going to do once it's purchased. Oops, I got to put the leg down. So super easy. This isn't too heavy or difficult for me. This piece just flips right down, and then these pieces will go inside of here, and you've got a bed. So I'm not sure, maybe 30 seconds that took me, but it's very quick to put this bed out, and then you've got 6 people sleeping for the night. Love it. Also wanted to point out, this is a slide out. So you are having a little bit more room once that slide is out, but you'll see that there's plenty of walking space even with it closed, and I'll close that for you in a bit. Oops, and back to normal here. Got a couple cup holders on the sides here. You can watch your TV in comfort. TV right directly across, as I showed you before. And then we're into the kitchen area. So over here, we have a nice sprayer in our kitchen sink. Big deep bowl, so you can wash a lot of deeper things here. It seems to be an issue in RV sinks. They tend to be too shallow, but this one is definitely not. A little bit of storage under here, and that's the table leg I was explaining before, just hiding under there. We have a 2-burner propane cooktop here. Again, so clean, it's like it was never used. And then of course a little microwave down here that does convection as well. So it can bake in there, cookies, whatever, a frozen pizza. And then we have a huge refrigerator for this little coach as well. So freezer compartment goes down a little bit further than you can see. And this is a 3-way, so you can use it propane or electric. And then we're back into the master. We've got actually a great hanging closet in here. And then some drawers for the little things. These are your sock drawers. So this is a kind of an unusual, not unusual, I shouldn't say that. I like this floor plan because you have 2 twin beds in the back. This is great for people that toss and turn a lot and need a little separation, or maybe aren't married and just are friends, want to go travel together. I also like this for if you have a big dog, because big dogs are going to want to sleep down here at the foot of your bed in between you. And I just think that's a great way to do it. We've got really nice roller shades in here. For those of you who have had the non-roller shades in motorhomes, they tend to make a lot of noise. They clang and just hit all the time. These are quiet when they're moving around, so that's not going to be another thing you have to be annoyed with as you're driving, 8 hours on a trip. These are really nice, and they do a great job of darkening the room as well. We do have great windows in here though. Huge one here. We even have a back one here and another huge one on this side. And of course storage up here all the way around as well. We also have a really good sized TV back here, so both parties can see easily. Next, I want to show you the bathroom. I really like the design of this bathroom. Both of the doors open on this, which is somewhat unusual in a motorhome. So you can actually open it up like this. And then, here, we'll get Jody in here. This side opens as well. And then you've got privacy on both sides, but it also gives you a lot more elbow room in here. And this shelf does collapse when you're using the toilet. You don't have to have that up in your way, but it makes a great place to set your hairbrush or whatever you're needing to get ready for the day. Very clever. Then you just close it back up. Now I want to show you some of the great stuff on the outside. We of course have this beautiful awning here, and it's electric. You don't have to mess with pulling it out and setting it up. You just push a button and it's good to go. We actually have an outdoor TV here. Good sized. Great for watching a drive-in movie or just hanging out by the campfire. And a couple plug-ins here for your 110s. We also have speakers out here. As I was saying earlier, there's a CD player that can play out to the outside. So really nice feature. And then we've got some storage under here. I like that they did the storage in plastic so you can clean it out easily. Here we have a 3600 propane generator. And this is probably my favorite part. Huge storage bay here that goes all the way through to the other side. So a lot of times it's hard to find a place to put your longer items, and this will accommodate them. If you have a banquet table you need to bring with you, it'll fit in here. Bikes, chairs, etc. Great space. Another thing that is a really big deal is that this is full body paint. There's no decals on this unit. That means when it's sitting out in the sun, it's not going to crack and expand those decals. I know you've seen them where they've got just lines and cracks all over them and they look horrible. Definitely decreases the resale value, but the full body paint stays nice for years and years. As with all Mercedes chassis, this has a 5,000 pound towing hitch, so you can bring a little Jeep or vehicle with you. Over here, just the other side of that storage compartment, but so nice. Here's your water bay, very simple. That's another thing about these little Class C's is they're a lot simpler to operate than some of the other motorhomes. They're not that complicated, and it's easy to learn, so it's a great starter motorhome and a great family motorhome as well. Over here is your propane tank. So it's a good size. It even has a little sensor to tell you how full or not full it is, so you won't be guessing. Another thing that's actually fairly unusual on a Class C is that this has side cameras. They're all going to have a backup camera. I don't know of any brand that doesn't have a backup camera, but this one has side cameras as well. What that does is when you turn your blinker on, it'll automatically populate on your camera screen in the front there, and you'll be able to see if there's a little dog or child walking next to you, or if there's a car there that you're not going to want to hit. It's just such a great safety feature. Otherwise, you've got a really big unit that you're trying to look over your shoulder and see if you've got a clear way to get in there. So love that this has the side cameras, and they're actually put fairly low on here so you can really see a lot better than if they were, say, up here, which a lot of A lot of the manufacturers do put them up here, which is not preferable in my opinion. But anyway, this is a 2017 Thor Synergy. We're just under 26 feet long, sleeps 6, great unit, and I'm telling you, it came in so clean, no smells. It's just in great shape. Whoever owned this before had a lot of pride in this unit. So if you are interested in this unit, please give me a call. I'm Teresa Crawley, 303-684-3427. Have a great day.